Hi guys, I wanted to make a video right now where I shared my real thoughts with you about something that was on my mind because I've been struggling with something recently and I wanted to talk to you about it because I know that you'll appreciate it. And what this has to do with is my YouTube channel and the content that I make. First of all, I'm very happy to be making videos and I'm happy to have you as one of my audience members. My intent when I started making YouTube videos was to give valuable life advice. I wanted to share ideas with people that might have been new to them that would really make a difference in their life, that would change who they were and change what they did, you know, breaking habits, making habits. I wanted to do something that was really powerful. And I think that I'm doing a decent job of that. But what I've always struggled with is whether or not I should even be doing anything like this at all. One way that I described what I do is I would say that I give life advice, and that's a really disturbing thing for me because I'm only 20, guys. I really shouldn't be giving advice. And it's been a big deal for me to ask myself, who really should ever be giving advice to anybody? Like, who can say that they are in a place where they can give advice? And I think most people would agree that it's certainly not a 20-year-old. But, part of me believes that I shouldn't be doing anything like this at all. The other part of me says, why not? I mean, what's the difference between a 20-year-old and a 40-year-old? Why would anybody listen to that 40-year-old? Why would anybody listen to anybody else? And I think that really what it has to come down to is experience in a certain area. So what I've kind of done to justify myself is I've said, well, I have experience with certain things in life, and those are the only things that I talk about. Only talk about things that you have experience with. Even a 15-year-old can do that. If a 15-year-old has more experience doing something than somebody who's much older than them, then that 15-year-old has a value to provide to somebody who's much older than them. So that's been my justification. Whether you agree with that or not, please let me know in the comment section. So anyway, I want to talk to you about what I do try to do. I want to get away from the idea and the phrasing of giving advice. I don't like to think of myself as somebody who gives advice. I just think that's just wrong. I don't like that. What I do like to do, what I do want to think of what I do as, is I want to be somebody who shares my thoughts, because my thoughts are real thoughts, and those thoughts could contain certain ideas, certain information that are new to people, that people can actually take value from and apply to their own life, and these things can actually change somebody's life for the better, or at least getting somebody to think about something from a new perspective, which will strengthen their mind and their understanding of the world and everything. So that's what I want to think of it as. It's just sharing my experience. It's sharing my thoughts, and that in no way should ever be something where I tell anybody that they should be doing something a certain way, or they should believe what I believe, or they should think of things the way that I think of them. So I'm not doing this to tell you what is right. I'm not in this to tell you what is best, because the truth is I don't know what's best, and I'll admit that. And I don't know what is right. I'll admit that also. But sometimes I find myself doing things that bother me, like giving advice or sharing one thought to people, or sharing something that I believe at the moment with somebody, whether it's in a video or in real life or whatever. And then I turn around, and not long after, I say something, or I have a thought, or I share a belief that is the exact opposite. It's like I'm bipolar or something like that. And I'll give you an example. Okay, so basically I've been struggling with two conflicting ideas recently. The first idea is something that I believe, which is that you want to be somebody great. You want to achieve greatness. You want to be successful. You want to be an elite person. You want to get all the things that you want. You want to never give up on them. You want to always strive to be the best. You always want to continue doing everything that you can and do it the right way, do it the best way, be perfect in every single sense. But what I've come to find out through my own experience is that, unfortunately, I found out that I don't really have what it takes to have everything that I want, or at least right now. And this is something I struggle with because I always want the best for myself. I want to be perfect. I want everything to be done right. And when I fail, I find myself in this really difficult spot. So when I find myself in this spot, it might be something where I get really depressed, or I might get really angry, or like I just get to this point where it just sucks so much that I have to find a way to make myself feel better. So the thing that I would tell myself is that I just need to let it go. I've set the bar way too high. I need to lower the bar. I need to stop wanting to be perfect so much and just accept where I'm at in my life. So that's something that I've told people as well, which is just accept everything that you have. It's great to want things, but just understand that you're probably not going to get them. So that's like a negative belief that you're not going to get what you want. The other one is a positive belief that you are going to get what you want. And it's really hard for me to do because on one hand I'm telling people to push, to keep on trying, to always strive to be better and to get what you want. And the other part of me is saying that it's not worth it, you don't need it, accept what you have, love yourself for everything, you're not perfect, and don't try so hard. Opposite advice, but I give them both. And it's things like that that make me wonder if I'm doing this the right way. But at the same time, like, I can't deny that those are both real thoughts that I have. And I believe in sharing my real thoughts. I believe at each moment that I've said both of those things, I've believed in myself. I believed that those things were right. And they've helped me at the point that I was at. So I want to help people at the point that they're at. I want to help you at the point that you're at. Sometimes the things that I say might not resonate with you. You might not agree with them at this moment in your life. Maybe you'll find yourself at a point where you can rewatch one of my videos and suddenly you'll find yourself understanding what I mean and you will like it. I watch my own videos and I don't agree with them. I mean, it's just the way it is. I see a video, I have a thought in the moment and that's what I say, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to agree with it necessarily. And again, I have to remind you that I am only 20 years old, and I have to remind myself that, because if I don't remind myself that, I might get overtly confident. I might start not being true to myself. I might stop being real. I might just have my head in the clouds. So I have to be positive. I have to believe in myself overall, but I can't always take for granted that what I say is going to be right. But at the same time, I'm not going to hide the fact that I struggle, because I think that while I struggle with all these ideas and I don't know what the best thing to say is, I think that eventually I'll find some pieces of advice, some thoughts, or some ideas that are like nuggets of truth, that are like really good statements, and that at one point I can put a lot of them together and it will be just this amazing masterpiece of self-help advice or thoughts or whatever you want to call it, something that will have the most powerful impact on people. I just can't ever forget that this is what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do anything that rubs people the wrong way or makes them, hate their own life even more. I want to do the exact opposite. I want to help people feel better. I just want you to feel better. I just want you to have faith in yourself. I just want you to love yourself more. That's really all it comes down to. And if you want to really get deep, this all comes from my own lack of having these things myself. Because I have such high expectations for myself and I want so many great things for myself, I get really stressed out and really depressed when things don't go my way. And I have to compensate for that by making these videos and sharing my thoughts. In a way, it's like a diary. In a way, it's like a therapy session. But in a way, it's just me piecing the puzzle together. And at one point, you'll find that piece that fits just right, and it'll make everything clear. So I hope that's what I can do for you, even though I'm only 20. I hope that my videos help. So thank you for watching this video. This is just my real thoughts. I hope that you like it, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.